Everyone, and welcome to this meeting of the Syracuse Planning Commission. We will begin our public hearings in just a moment. First, though, we will take action on the minutes of our previous meeting on May the 27th. Minutes of that meeting have been circulated to the commission members in advance of this meeting, and we will now consider action on those minutes. Is there a motion for action?
I make a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion on the motion? If not, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, please say nay. Any abstentions? Minutes are approved. And we will begin our hearing schedule for this evening. Just by way of word of introduction for anyone unfamiliar with our process, as each application is identified by a member of the staff, we ask that the applicant or the representative come forward to the podium in the center of the room, provide your name and address for the record, and then a brief summary of the application involved. Following any questions from the commission members, we will invite members of the public that wish to speak in favor of the application to do so. And then similarly, we will invite members of the public who wish to speak in opposition to the application to do that as well. And where comments are offered in opposition, we will afford the applicant an opportunity to address the comments that are made in opposition. And we ask that all speakers, either for or against a given application, confine their comments to 3 minutes. With that, I think we're ready to get started.
First up, we have an old business item. It's the Syracuse University Hotel project. There's a re-subdivision R-25-22 and a companion project plan review Z-28-98. Just to introduce this and tee this up for everybody, Syracuse University will introduce the re-subdivision and the project plan review. Comment to the board is the city departments have finished reviewing the two projects before you tonight. The applicant has provided written responses and a new landscaping plan to all departmental questions, comments, and concerns. So, and a reminder that the Planning Commission has issued a negative declaration of the Type 1 action for seeker at the previous meeting, which was Tuesday, May the 27th. So we'll hear an introduction from Jennifer Bybee, Assistant Director of Campus Planning for Syracuse University. And then you can deliberate and make a motion for a decision.
Sounds good.
Thank you, Jake. Good evening, Chairman Kulik and members of the Planning Commission. I'm Jennifer Bybee, Assistant Director for Campus Planning at Syracuse University. The office address is 1320 Jamesville Ave in Syracuse. Also with me this evening are some members of my team, including Greg Fauché, outside counsel with Whiteman, Osterman, and Hannah. Brian Murch, architect and principal with the DLR Group, which is the architecture firm that has designed the hotel, and Sarah Sturtz, architect and associate principal with King & King Architects. As Mr. DeShaw indicated, we're here tonight regarding the project plan review and the re-subdivision applications for the proposed new hotel to be located on the west side of University Ave between East Adams and Harrison Streets, and across the street from the University Ave garage. As I'm sure you'll recall, we presented the project at the May 27th meeting, for which you adopted a negative declaration pursuant to SECRA, as Mr. DeShaw indicated. The project that you are reviewing tonight is the same as that which you have seen before. We've not made changes. It is located within the main campus planned institutional district within subdistrict 12. The site is currently surface parking lots. And the hotel complex is composed of 3 components and approximately 3-level, approximately 100-space parking garage to the south, the hotel tower, 13-story tower containing approximately 200 hotel rooms in the tower element itself in the middle, and then a restaurant and event space, which is to the north, approximately two levels. And the hotel as designed complies with all of the relevant PID zoning requirements. This is going to provide a much needed full service hotel including a restaurant and event space for the university and for the area as a whole. The design is compatible with the existing urban fabric of the main campus and the nearby areas. It's going to energize the streetscape, and it's also going to add to the vitality of the main campus in this area. As Mr. DeShaw indicated, we have received substantial comments and input from the various city departments, and that includes those received at the May 27th pre-development meeting. And we have responded to all of them. Those responses are in your meeting packets. We have no outstanding unaddressed substantial comments, and we understand that city staff is satisfied with those responses. We are here tonight seeking approval for both the re-subdivision and the project plan applications. And we're happy to respond to any questions you might have. We have our architect, Brian Murch, here. If you'd like, he can run through the design again, if you would like that. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's start off with any questions from the commission members or need for a quick refresh of the project components. Is that necessary?
I don't have any new questions, and you did a great job of responding to all the staff comments, so very thorough, and unless something comes up.
Jennifer, can you just, for our public comments, the flag on the hotel and the number of rooms?
I don't understand what you mean by the flag.
Is it a Hilton, a
Oh,
Marriott?
yes, it is a
Sheraton?
Hilton. It is a Hilton hotel room, and there are 200, there'll be 200 hotel rooms.
Okay, thanks.
Further questions? Right, thank you very much. Are there individuals who would like to speak in favor of this application? If so, please come forward, provide your name, address, and comments. Anyone wishing to speak in opposition to the application, please come forward, provide your name, address, and comments. I see no one rising to speak, so we will close public comment on this, and we will take up each of these items separately. The re-subdivision is separate from the project plan review. So starting with the re-subdivision, R2522, is there a motion for action on this?
I make a motion to approve R-25-22 with one special condition, that being the applicant shall successfully file the re-subdivision map with the county within 62 days.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion on the motion for the re-subdivision. There's no discussion. All in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, please say nay. Any abstentions? R2522 is approved. And we move to Z2898, the project plan review associated with the re-subdivision we just approved. Is there a motion for action on this?
Sure, I make a motion to approve Z-28-98 with two special conditions beyond the general conditions. One is the owner applicant shall address all current concerns from the city department and continue to resolve any issues as they have been doing so far. And two, the applicant must contact the Onondaga County Water Department to continue conversations and discuss any requirements that are for proposed plumbing permits and related issues.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you both. Discussion on the motion before us for Z2898. If not, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, please say nay. Any abstentions? Project plan review is approved for Z2898. Thank you. Good luck. You got a lot of work going on there this summer.
It's very exciting to see all the cranes.
Thank you.
And we move down to new business items now.
Okay, next up is the West Kennedy Street re-subdivision. There are two projects. There's a zoning map amendment with the companion re-subdivision. The applicant and owner is the land bank.
Good evening.
I'm Terry Luckett from the Syracuse Land Bank at 1941 South Salina Street. 445 West Kennedy Street is 33 feet wide, 75 feet deep. It's non-buildable, a vacant lot. It's located in an R3 zoning district. It lies between two properties that are in R2. The rear of the property is located in the floodplain, making the site even less likely for new construction. We propose to split the vacant lot between the two adjoining properties, selling 16 and a half feet to both sides. They're both going to install fences and enclose the property. The re-subdivision won't alter the character of the neighborhood. The lot is already vacant with no immediate plans for new construction. By subdividing and installing fencing along the fronts of both properties, the proposal will enhance the visual appeal of the site.
Thank you. Questions for the applicant?
I'm good.
Thank you. Are there individuals who wish to speak in favor of this application? If so, please come to the podium. Anyone wishing to speak in opposition to the application, please come forward. We have no speakers for this application, so we'll close public comment and turn our attention to our seeker review.
Has everyone had an opportunity to review the EAF Part 1 prepared by the applicant and contained in your packet?
Yes.
Has everyone had an opportunity to review the EAF Part 2 prepared by staff and contained in your packet?
Yes.
Does anyone believe that the proposed action will have a moderate to large impact under secret?
No.
Having determined that the proposed action will not have a moderate to large impact, I recommend that the commission make a negative declaration and prepare the EAF Part 3 accordingly.
Thank you. Is there such a motion for seeker?
I move to make a negative seeker declaration.
Thank you. Is there a second? Second. Thank you. Discussion on the seeker motion now before us for West Kennedy Street. If there's no discussion, all in favor of the motion, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, please say nay. Any abstentions? Seeker motion carries, and we may now move to action on Z 2899 for a recommendation that will go to the council. Is there such a motion?
I make a motion to approve Z-2899 as presented with one condition, that condition being that the applicant should successfully file maps at the Onondaga Clerk's Office and obtain re-subdivision filing number before the zoning change takes effect.
Thank you. Is there a second? Second. Discussion on the motion for the zoning map amendment. With no discussion, then all in favor of the motion, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, please say nay. Any abstentions? That recommendation will now go to the council for Z 2899. And we move to our next item.
So that was the map amendment under
Yeah,
the
but-
same kind of project umbrella. The next up is the re-subdivision R-25-23, and seeker covered both of those already. So
Okay,
you're free
so
to make a motion.
is there a motion for the re-subdivision action, R2523?
Sure, I make a motion for approval of R-25-23 as presented with one condition. That condition being the applicant shall successfully file maps at the Onondaga County Clerk's Office and obtain re-subdivision filing number before the zone change takes effect.
Thank you. Is there a second? Second. Thank you. Discussion on the motion for the re-subdivision. If not, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, please say nay. Any abstentions? So our 2523 re-subdivision is approved. Thank you. Our next new business item,
Next up is an off-premise sign application, AS-15-23M1 at 2220 Park Street. Owner applicant is Stephen D. Frank with Park Outdoor Advertising, New York.
Good evening.
good evening.
My name is Stephen Frank. I reside in Tully, New York. I represent Park Outdoor Advertising. We are headquartered in Ithaca, New York, with offices in Binghamton, Elmira, Utica, and right here in Syracuse. The proposal that you have in front of you is a proposal to convert the sign face that you see right there, which is an existing sign face on property that we own. The address is 2220 Park Street. This sign face, the picture is taken from the Park Street location or address, if you would, but the face itself faces people exiting the city off of Route 81. So if you're exiting the city near Destiny, going over that bridge, that sign face that you're looking at right there would be what we call a left-hand read, or a read that's across the highway on the left-hand side as you're exiting the city. Our proposal is to convert that existing sign face there that's a static face to a digital face. There would be no change, physical change to the structure. The square footage remains the same, the height remains the same. The only caveat would be if we were to see approval from the city, we would still need approval from New York State DOT.
Thank you. Questions for the applicant on this?
Thank you.
Thank
I
you.
didn't have any question for the applicant. I guess just to clarify, because your renewal is supposedly due in August, but if we approve the resub today, then that resets the clock, and so it'll be 10 years before your next renewal is due?
As far as the administrative permit, that's correct.
Administrative,
right?
yeah.
Yes, yes.
Correct. Just wanted to clarify that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Are there individuals who would like to speak in favor of this application? If so, please come forward. Provide your name, address, and comments. Anyone wishing to speak in opposition to the application, please come forward. We have no speakers, so we'll close public comment on this and entertain, well, first we'll do our seeker review.
Has everyone had an opportunity to review the EAF Part 1 prepared by the applicant and contained in your packet?
Yes.
Yes.
Has everyone had an opportunity to review the EAF Part 2 prepared by staff and also contained in your packet?
Yes.
Yes.
Does anyone believe that the proposed action will have a moderate to large impact under SECRA?
No.
Having determined that the proposed action will not have a moderate to large impact, I recommend that the commission make a negative declaration and prepare the EAF Part 3 accordingly.
Thank you. Is there a motion to that effect?
I move to make a negative seeker declaration.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Discussion on this motion? If not, all in favor of the seeker motion, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, please say nay. Any abstentions? Seeker resolution carries, and we may now entertain action on the special use permit itself, SP 2516.
I make a motion to approve AS-15-23M1 as presented with two special conditions beyond the general conditions for signs. One is the applicant shall coordinate with the New York State Department of Transportation and obtain necessary approvals for billboard use at this sign location. That is for in lieu of the renewal, and that resets your 10-year clock. And then two, the applicant shall obtain appropriate approvals from New York State Department of Transportation for the proposed north-facing electronic digital sign addition.
Thank you. Thank you for that. Discussion on this motion before us. If there's no discussion, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, please say nay. Any abstentions? The off-premise sign application AS 1523M1 has been approved. Taking us to another new business item.
Next up is a special use permit, SP-25-16, located at 201 Milton Ave in Ulster. Owner is Todd Sturinge of Tipperary Twist LLC. Applicant is James Owen. This is in the MX1 zone district.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm Todd Storage, owner of 201 Milton Avenue, a mixed-use property that I plan to open an ice cream parlor in. Been vacant for almost 10 plus years. Looking to advance the property and bring life back to it.
Okay. Thank you. Are there questions for the applicant regarding this special use permit?
Could you clarify your hours of operation?
Yes. Plan to open in the slower months, which are would be like the first 3 months starting in March, April, May, probably 11 to 9 or 10, and then the majority of the summer would be 11 to 11 at the latest.
Thank you.
Further questions?
So, Todd, you own the building?
I do, yes.
And are you going to be operating the ice cream
Yes.
store?
Yep.
And who is James Owen?
James Owen is my architect.
Okay. I think that the hours are extensive for ice cream.
Okay.
Would you consider a modification more like 12 to 9 as,
What about like 11 to 10? I mean, is it the later hour that's the concern or the earlier hour?
well, I guess both, since you're in a neighborhood and if people are standing outside with their ice cream or waiting in line or whatever, I
Sure.
think it's just a lot from 11 to 11.
Well, I mean, the prime ice cream hours where you would get lines would typically be like an after dinner 5 to 8 time
Right.
frame.
Right.
It does pitter down, the 11 hours, 11 a.m. hours, as people passing through. But yeah, I mean, I would consider, absolutely consider,
Okay.
100%.
I mean, obviously, I looked up Gannon's there, 12 to 9. but-
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
And what I would say also is if you find that if it passes, that we did something that isn't effective for you, you
Sure.
can always come back and speak with Jake and the team
Yeah.
and say, look,
Yeah.
we'd like to amend if we can.
And also, there's a recess coffee directly the other
Right.
way, which, I don't think I'll be intermingling with their hours, which I think it's a filler of, they're less slower hours, there's property or
It's
space.
equal.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's a good handoff
Right.
between the two
Okay.
locations.
So maybe I can make just an observation or a suggestion is, this board, we hear a lot. I'm not saying this is the same as like a food and beverage retail corner store, but we've been consistently addressing, those kind of concerns in and adjacent to neighborhoods with maybe a 10 p.m. Closing time, I think, is what we've been doing consistently.
Just agreed to
Yeah.
12 to 9.
But
Is that Eastern
I
time or Central?
and I realize you said that's what Gannon's
But you
is,
can
so
do what you want.
I'm just putting it out there that, okay.
Whatever.
No, that works.
And
like-
also, I mean, to state that Tipperary Hill is a later evening area, as well, but I'm adjustable. I mean, I think it's going to be such an addition, not another bar on the corner of the street in Tip Hill as well. And,
I think some of the recommended general conditions kind of capture this a little bit. We just want to ensure that there's not an adverse impact on the neighborhood, especially really close to, there's an adjacent residential house in both directions, I think, to the west and the north, if I have my
correct.
directions.
Yeah, rented properties. Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think that's what we were thinking about, is if you're drawing large crowds and a lot of people outside, is considering, how their proximity to residential homes.
100%. Yeah, and containment with that is plans with fencing and, just, I know the neighbors actually all next to me, and so it's definitely a concern, and I'm very present of it, so.
And there's an apartment in the back, right? Or
Apartment on top.
On top,
up
and the
above.
entrance is on Ulster for that.
There is a front and a back entrance, actually.
Oh,
There's one on each side, yeah.
one of the Milton Ave doors is also into the apartment?
One of the, well, Milton Ave, then behind, there is an entrance.
Right.
Actually back there, yeah.
And the apartment's not occupied?
It is occupied,
It is.
yes, correct,
Okay.
yeah.
And you're
You're
working
seeking
on
rental?
a certificate of compliance for that apartment?
That should have already be set. I believe I'm all set with that, yeah.
Okay,
If I'm not mistaken.
okay.
So we still have 11 to 11 in the application. Are we changing that to 12 to 10? If not, we should state that as a condition, or?
I would prefer if I could say 11 to 10. I mean, if we could make a
11 to 10?
compromise, because the amount of foot traffic that I see there that hour, it's contention.
That's a yes, 11 to 10?
That works for me.
Further questions for the applicant? I think we're good. Thank you very much.
I appreciate you all. Thank you.
Are there individuals who would like to speak in favor of this application? If so, please come forward. Anyone wishing to speak in opposition to the application, please come to the podium. So we have no speakers apparently for this application. We will close the public comment and turn our attention to our seeker review.
Has everyone had an opportunity to review the EAF Part 1 prepared by the applicant and contained in your packet?
Yes.
Has everyone had an opportunity to review the EAF Part 2 prepared by staff and contained in your packet?
Yes.
Does anyone believe that the proposed action will have a moderate to large impact under SECR?
No.
No.
Having determined that the proposed action will not have a moderate to large impact, I recommend that the commission make a negative declaration and prepare the EAF Part 3 accordingly.
Thank you. Is there such a motion for our seeker review?
Make a motion to issue a negative seeker declaration?
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Discussion on the seeker motion now before us. If there's no discussion, then all in favor of the seeker motion, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, please say nay. Any abstentions? Seeker motion carries for SB 2516. And we now turn our attention to the special use permit itself. That will take the form of a recommendation going to the Common Council. Is there a motion on this?
I make a motion to approve SP-25-16 with a recommendation for affirmative action by the Common Council. And beyond the general conditions, we're looking at 4 special conditions. One is the operating hours will be 11 to 10. 2 is the business shall control noise levels to a reasonable degree so as not to violate the City of Syracuse ordinance. 3, no live entertainment is permitted without an entertainment license. And then item 4, I'm suggesting we add, if colleagues agree, that since there is no sign proved as part of this, and the applicant did state that the vendor for the sign will be submitting the permit, suggest that should probably be added as a condition 4, that sign permit must be submitted by the vendor as appropriate.
Okay, thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion on this motion. And if there's no discussion, then all in favor of the motion, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, please say nay. Any abstentions? SP 25-16 is approved for recommendations of the council for the special use permit. Thank you and good luck.
Is it going to be Tipperary Twist, or is that still open?
That's the name, yeah, Tipperary Twist. A lot of soft serve and shakes.
Good luck.
Our next application.
Next up is a new apartment house project at 318 Euclid. there are three projects, three companion pieces. There's a re-subdivision, a special use permit, and a major site plan review. This is in the MX1 zone district, and applicant is Jared McCormick.
Thank you. Good evening.
Good evening. My name is Jared McCormick. I'm with DM Architectural at 225 Wilkinson Street here in Syracuse. So 318 Euclid is proposing to demolish the existing single-family, two-story apartment house that currently exists there and expand the lot to the west by 16 feet. By doing so, it makes room for a three-story apartment house consisting of 7 units, 22 bedrooms. As you can see on the site plan, it provides a front entrance coming off the sidewalk with an accessible ramp. Adjacent to that front step, the ramp is kind of tucked in. You can see from some of the renderings that ramp's kind of tucked in under the entrance porch covering. You move towards the east side, we've got a new driveway alignment separating the existing shared driveway between 318 and 320 with a landscape buffer between the two parcels. And then as you come towards the back, the south end, we pull in kind of under the building, and you've got your required 4 parking spaces, one of them accessible, and then additional landscaping to buffer to the property to the south, and again to the existing parking lot to the east. I guess I'll leave it at that.
Okay, any questions for the applicant?
So I have a couple questions. The exact width of the driveway?
I believe it is 9 feet,
9,
I believe.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, we went through a bunch of revisions to kind of get it there to fit, so I believe it's 9
It's
feet.
okay.
Yep.
So I noticed in the plan that the parking spaces are in the back. There's no entryway into the house from the back.
Correct,
I have to walk all the way around to the front
correct.
to enter.
Yep.
And I'm just curious as to why you didn't just put a back entry.
Two reasons. It would have had to have been another accessible entrance. It also became kind of a security issue, maintaining, if we can get away with just having one entrance into the building, it just creates one less entry point that can be a problem in that area.
Okay. And the accessibility issue is space, obviously.
Yes,
there,
yes. Yeah, because by the time you get back there, your grade's dropped a little bit. Yeah, that route, though, to the front is an accessible route, so you can get out of those parking spaces. It is not a steep incline. It's within the 1 and 20.
Right,
So
right. And was there any thought to possibly some sort of pedestrian marked, I don't want to say walkway, but something that said when I came out of my car, here's where I will walk while you're coming in to park?
there shouldn't be, other than the 4 spaces that are back there really shouldn't be a high volume of pedestrians. I know there currently exists that's kind of a thoroughfare for a lot of the students that go through there. But with the fence and the buffers that have been provided, most of that is now going to be directed either out to the city sidewalk or on the adjacent 320 Euclid property. So other than the few tenants that'll be there with their cars, most likely those cars won't move once they have a spot. We just didn't see that as an issue.
Thank you.
I just have a couple of general things that I was looking at, most of which pertain to site work permitting and building permit later on. But take a look at your access loading zone width. Looks like it's 3 feet under the building code requirement of 8 feet. So just take a look at that.
Okay.
Also, double check your rescue, escape, and rescue. Excuse me. your rescue and escape openings in the bedrooms. Just for courts and yards, the number of feet needed per story, and just make sure that all works out. And also, I don't know if you have, final plans ready to go for permitting, but I was talking with some plan reviewers earlier in the day just about the layout of the vestibule and the corridor with the stairwell and the laundry room, and there might be some reworking needed with that, but we can discuss that in building permitting.
Okay. Yeah, we are all set with as far as emergency escape and egress windows.
Okay.
We're all at 5.7. There's only 2 units per floor, so there's only one required exit, which is the center stair and the hallway out. So
Yeah, just looking at like the rendering, some of the upper right side windows, I don't know, just visually, just something to check. I just wanted to make sure that you're looking at
yeah,
that.
some of the smaller ones are there. They're just there to provide light either into that end of the bedroom, but there is a full sized window on those
Egress.
bedrooms. Yeah, for the bedrooms.
Got it.
Yeah.
You do have a requirement for bike racks, for 2 staple racks. I don't see them as being incorporated into the drawing at this
Yeah.
point in time. Am I missing that?
They were. I see that they're not on this version. We did tuck in. I can show you where they are. If you look at where the steps are to the porch, there's that white space and there's that landscape kind of tan between the end of the ramp. We took that out and put two staple style bike racks there.
Good.
Further questions for the applicant? All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Are there individuals who would like to speak in favor of this application? If so, please come to the podium, provide your name, address, and comments. Anyone wishing to speak in opposition to the application, please come forward.
Good evening. My name is Jane Hudson, and I've lived on 833 Livingston Avenue for 37 years. I'm 5 houses down from that property, and my concern is Ostrom and Euclid the corner with the traffic lights are one of the most dangerous along Euclid. Euclid is an arterial into an area that's work for 3 hospitals, 2 universities. And I've walked to work for 37 of my 40 years in Syracuse, a university and the VA. And that corner is fraught with problems during commute times. And the commuting to those hospitals and universities lasts like 2 to 3 hours because people are on different shifts. And my concern is 22 bedrooms. Are we really going to have to absorb that many more cars in that area? I assume these are student rentals. I don't know if that's entirely true. But my other concern is that the volume of cars. We cannot exit our street, Livingston Avenue, onto Euclid because the legal and illegal parking that goes on every single workday, you cannot see. And it's probably part of what leads to so many fender benders and the death 2 years ago of somebody on a e-bike or something. And we have both sides of the street have bicycle paths now. And it just seems to me we can't absorb that volume of more cars. We're 1 block from SU. So my concern is safety for my fellow man. Thank you.
Thank you. I see no other speakers to call, so as indicated at the outset, when comments are made in opposition to an application, the applicant has an opportunity to address the comments made in opposition, and this is your opportunity to do that for this application.
I'll speak to the volume of cars. Although there will be 22 bedrooms, most of the students don't, and they're not required to bring a car if they don't have parking on site. They're most likely not going to bring their vehicle, or they're going to find an alternate place to store that vehicle. It's also common that most students aren't going to access their car until weekend. I mean, the car is going to sit during the week while they're in class and school and find their, whatever they need to do on campus. And at this, in particular, this property would only have, 4 cars. We're not creating a new driveway. We're also removed from, that intersection of Ostrom. We're on the Livingston and Euclid side of the block. Yeah, I would say that, we're probably displacing about 4 other parking spaces compared to what's currently there now. So I don't see we didn't feel that the impact to vehicles and, traffic was going to be that extensive.
Okay, thank you. We will close public comment on this and turn our attention to our seeker review.
Has everyone had an opportunity to review the EAF Part 1 prepared by the applicant and contained in your packet?
Yes.
Has everyone had an opportunity to review the EAF Part 2 prepared by staff and contained in your packet?
Yes.
Does anyone believe that the proposed action will have a moderate to large impact under SECRA?
No.
Having determined that the proposed action will not have a moderate to large impact, I recommend that the commission make a negative declaration and prepare the EAF Part 3 accordingly.
Thank you. Is there such a motion for our seeker review?
I make a motion to issue a negative seeker declaration.
Thank you. Second. Thank you. Any discussion on this motion? If not, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, please say nay. Any abstentions? The seeker motion carries. Now we have 3 separate parts to this application: the re-subdivision piece, special use permit, and major site plan review. So we will take these up one by one for action. First, the re-subdivision R2508. Is there a motion for action on the re-subdivision?
Make a motion to approve R-25-08 as presented with one special condition, that being the applicant shall successfully file the re-subdivision map in the county clerk's office within 62 days of re-subdivision approval.
Thank you. Is there a second? Second. Thank you. Discussion on the re-subdivision motion. If not, then all in favor of this motion, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, please say nay. Any abstentions? R2508 is approved. Next comes the action on the special use permit, which is SP 2514. Action here will go as a recommendation to the Common Council for final disposition. Is there a motion on special use permit?
Make a motion to approve special use permit SP-25-14 with an affirmative recommendation for action by the Common Council and 4 special conditions beyond the general conditions. One being that the applicant shall provide at least 2 staple-style bike racks as discussed. Thank you. 2, no natural surfaces or structuring coverage shall be increased as is already at its limit for the property. 3, the property owner shall obtain all necessary building permits within 1 year as discussed with the commissioner. And 4, pursuant to rezone Article 5, Section 5.4, the property owner shall meet all conditions within 18 months.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion on the motion for the special use permit. If there's no discussion, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, please say nay. Any abstentions? Motion carries for SP 2514. We move now to the major site plan review, MASPR 2504. Is there a motion for this?
Make a motion to approve MASPR-25-04 as presented. And beyond the general conditions, we have the same four special conditions as the previous special use application.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Discussion on this motion concerning the major site plan review. If not, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, please say nay. Any abstentions? That site plan review is approved for MASPR 2504. We have additional new business items.
We do. We have two more, both of which are map maintenance for pending parcels that did not get assigned a zone district due to a resub just prior to the rezone map being adopted. So I'm told there are maybe 3 or 4 more after these two. So we're almost there. But first up is zoning map amendment Z-2900 at 217 McKinley Ave. City of Syracuse Office of Zoning Administration and myself are the applicant for these pending zone districts with recommendations on what district they should be assigned. So the first one is from pending to R2, low density residential.
Okay. And there's no one left in the room. Do I need to ask for? I guess I should.
Just make a note for the record that there's nobody here.
Just for the record, in lieu of asking people to speak for or against, we will dispense with that since the only individuals in the council chambers at this moment are commission members and staff. So with that clarification, we turn to our seeker review.
Has everyone had an opportunity to review the EAF Part 1 prepared by the applicant contained in your packet?
Yes.
Yes.
Has everyone had an opportunity to review the EAF Part 2 prepared by staff and contained in your packet?
Yes.
Yes.
Does anyone believe that the proposed action will have a moderate to large impact under SECR?
No.
No.
Having determined that the proposed action will not have a moderate to large impact, I recommend that the commission make a negative declaration and prepare the EAF Part 3 accordingly.
Thank you. Is there such a motion for the seeker review?
Make a motion to issue a negative seeker declaration.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. Discussion on the seeker motion before us. If not, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, please say nay. Any abstentions? Seeker motion is approved. And now we look for a motion regarding the zoning map amendment for Z 2900 that will go to the Common Council in the form of a recommendation. Is there such a motion?
Make a motion to approve Z-2900 with a recommendation for affirmative action to the Common Council.
Thank you. A second?
Second.
Thank you. Discussion on the zoning map amendment motion. If there's no discussion, all in favor of the motion, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, please say nay. Any abstentions? That motion is approved for Z 2900. We move to our final item, perhaps, the site tonight.
Yep. Next up is Z-2901, zoning map amendment for 629 Atisco. City of Syracuse as the applicant, recommending the pending zone district be assigned R2 designation.
Thank you. Any questions from the commission members for the applicant?
See, this one was originally approved on May 17th in 2021. That's almost 2 full years before. That's the longest one that we've seen so far, I think, in terms of the lapse.
Just for the record, I will note that in lieu of asking individuals who wish to speak either for or against this application, that the only individuals in the room consist of commission members and staff, so there's no one to invite to the podium. And with that, we will turn our attention to our seeker review for this zoning map amendment.
Has everyone had an opportunity to review the EAF Part 1 prepared by the applicant and contained in your packet?
Yes.
Has everyone had an opportunity to review the EAF Part 2 prepared by staff and contained in your packet?
Yes.
Does anyone believe that the proposed action will have a moderate to large impact under SECRA?
No.
Having determined that the proposed action will not have a moderate to large impact, I recommend that the commission make a negative declaration and prepare the EAF Part 3 accordingly.
Thank you. Is there such a seeker motion?
Make a motion to issue a negative seeker declaration?
Thank you. A second?
Second.
Thank you. Discussion on the seeker motion? If there's no discussion, then all in favor of the motion, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, please say nay. Any abstentions? Seeker motion is approved, and we may now turn to the zoning map amendment itself, Z-2901, for action that will take the form of a recommendation going to the Common Council.
Make a motion to approve Z-2901 as presented with a recommendation for affirmative action to the Common Council.
Thank you. Second?
Second.
Thank you. Discussion on the zoning map amendment motion before us. If there's no discussion, then all in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, please say nay. Any abstentions? Z-2901 is approved. If there's no other business to come to us tonight, then a motion to adjourn would be in order.
So moved.
A second?
Second?
Thank you. Discussion? All in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, please say nay. Any abstentions? We are adjourned until July 7th. Thank you.